Good morning. It is a gorgeous Saturday morning here in the South Central Valley of California, but it's going to be hot today and it's a lazy Saturday. I got to figure out something to do. I know, maybe I'll throw a cocktail party, but I can't throw a traditional cocktail party with lots of friends because we're still in the grip. We're kind of under quarantine still, and all the bars and restaurants are for the most part closed. So I'm going to have to think about what's already in my pantry for my cocktail party. So I'm going to rummage through my pantry and see what I have. All right. So I've been playing around in my pantry, and I know I have some bacon, and I have some fresh figs that I bought this week, and I have makings for some pizza dough, and I have pepperoni and cheese and onions. So I have to sit down and plan my menu. I think I'll probably do 4. I'll do 4 appetizers, and I'm going to invite my family that lives in my same house, and my kitties, they'll probably show up, and we're going to make our own little cocktail party today. And we'll play some games, open a bottle of wine, and we'll call our friends. And maybe we can play a game together over the phone or over Zoom. But we have to make the best of these crazy times. So let's go figure out what our little impromptu cocktail party is going to be, because we're going to stay inside after a dip in the pool because it's going to be hot today. All right, let's see what I create. So the first appetizer I'm going to make are mini little meatballs. And we just something kind of fun and special with these little mini meatballs. All I have in here is a pound of hamburger beef. I cut up just about a quarter of an onion. I cut up a quarter of a red bell pepper. I added celery, salt and pepper, and a couple dashes of tapatio and some cumin. So now I'm going to mix. Okay, now that I have my meat all mixed up, I'm going to press it into a little patty. I'm going to stick a piece of Swiss cheese in the middle. You can use whatever cheese you want. And I'm going to roll and put it in my pan. I'm going to add a little bit of oil to my pan. I'm going to start these on top of the stove at a nice medium heat so they start getting crispy on one side. And then I'm going to finish them in the oven. So I have a lot to make. Now I'm going to create the bed that the meatball is going to sit on for a little dinner party. Just taking a nice big potato, and I'm just cutting slices, and I'm going to bake. I'm going to mix this with a little bit of oil. I'm just going to bake them. Now I'm going to make just a really quick barbecue sauce that I want to add to my meatballs. And I'm going to take a bottled barbecue sauce, and I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of barbecue sauce you happen to have. But I really want to kick it up, so I'm going to add a tablespoon of ketchup. And I'm not going to make a whole lot of this because this is going to be more of a glaze. And good teaspoon of sriracha, add more if you like. And now I'm going to add some balsamic vinegar. This is actually a glaze. Now I'm going to add about a tablespoon of a balsamic glaze. And I'm using a glaze, I'm almost out. I'm using a glaze because a regular balsamic vinegar would be too watery. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly stir this up. And I don't want a whole lot, I don't have a whole lot. I'm going to put this over the meatballs in the oven. Just about what I'm going to do is so incredibly easy, but they're so delicious. 2 simple ingredients. I lied, there's going to be 3, but there's basically 2 really simple ingredients. I'm going to use bacon and fresh figs. I'm not doing the dried one, I'm doing fresh. And yeah, I'm just going to wrap bacon around it. I'm going to wrap bacon, and I'm going to bake these in the oven. And again, about 5 minutes before they're done. They're going to only take maybe 10 minutes because I kind of want them soft and luscious. And of course you need the bacon cooked. So the third ingredient is this plain old barbecue sauce. I'm just going to put barbecue sauce on the last maybe 2 minutes of it. Again, I want it to get caramely and luscious, and the bacon really will take that barbecue sauce really well. And you can do whatever you want. You can use barbecue sauce. You could use plain old ketchup if you wanted, but please, you know, add some brown sugar and maybe a little bit of heat and some acid to that ketchup. Don't just use ketchup, but you do you. So again, I'll be back. It's getting hot in my kitchen. And now we're going to get it hotter because we're going to make toasted raviolis. This is a favorite of my daughter's, and it's incredibly easy. I'm going to do every shortcut that I can. I have panko Japanese breadcrumbs and a little bit of cornstarch, salt and pepper in one bowl. Stir that up, just mix it up real quick. To me, the cornstarch kind of helps it a little bit better. And then in this bowl, I have an egg, just an egg. And then the easiest part is I'm using store-bought ravioli that's all prepared. These have tomato mozzarella in them, and you don't boil them, you take them out of the package. All you do, throw it in your egg, get all the egg stringy stuff off, throw it in your panko breadcrumbs. I like to kind of smush it down a tiny bit. And I'm going to put it on a plate here to kind of let it dry and let the breadcrumbs adhere. I will get all these done, and then I'm going to fry them. I'll shallow fry them on top of the stove, and they will be ready. Okay. For the last little hors d'oeuvre for our little get-together family cocktail hour, I'm going to make little 2-bite pizzas. So I'm going to use you can use whatever pizza dough. This is just a standard bread pizza dough, and I've let it rise, and I am now just making my little itty bitty pizzas. And they're just like you would a big pizza. Put a little bit of your whatever favorite spaghetti sauce or marinara sauce or pizza sauce that you like, just put that on there. And I'm also gonna make sure that they kind of stay flat. Now I'm going to add a little bit of cheese. And the whole thing about little 2-bite mini pizzas is that you don't put a whole lot of one thing. So I have my pepperoni, and I'm going to also put a couple slices of pepper, a little bit of onion, and just a couple of cut tomatoes. Put my pepperoni right on top, and I'm going to put these in the oven to bake, and they're probably not going to take more than 4 minutes to bake. We'll find out. So in this time of staying at home and staying safe, you can still do a really cool, fun event for you and your family. So this is my throw together Saturday afternoon cocktail party, and on my plate I have the 2-bite pizzas that we make. I have the meatball that has a barbecue sauce sitting on a piece of potato that's also been baked. I have the fried ravioli, and I have the luscious bacon wrapped figs. And I ended up putting on that same balsamic glaze that I put with the meatball. So it continues the flavor profile throughout the entire cocktail party. I have my kitties that came and joined me, my daughter's here, my son is here, and we're going to have a nice little cocktail party. We might play some games, and we're also going to call our friends and have a little cocktail party with our friends while they're quarantining in their own home. So thank you all very much for subscribing and coming to my channel. This has been a really crazy summer, and you can make it just a little bit less crazy and hectic for your family. So thank you for coming to my cocktail party. Come back. Bye-bye.